welcome back to Studio One. Now, Tom, summer's round the corner, so have you started working on your beach body, started fixing your diet a little? No? No? None of that? Well, now as we regulate our diet, we tend to slowly diminish the junk from our daily intake, from fried to grilled, juices to water, and from regular to diet sodas. But how many of us are aware that diet soda can actually cause more harm than regular sodas, and in some cases can even make us gain weight?
Talking in more detail about the issue is a fitness expert, regular to the sofa, Bernadette Abraham. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me back again.
It's going to come as bad news and a bit of a shock to a number of our viewers out there, possibly a couple of our presenters as well. But this is a theory that's been going on for some time now. I always remember my father insisting that a diet soda or fizzy drink was never allowed into the house. Mm-hmm. On a rare occasion, you could have the full-fat version, if you like. So why are the lower calorie, the diet versions getting such a bad rap?
Well, first of all, when you're talking about weight loss, how it can actually cause weight gain, is the fact that it stimulates receptors in the stomach, the esophagus, so your body starts to produce insulin, which is a fat storage hormone. At the same time, the brain can tell the difference between a sugar substitute and real sugar. So anticipating sugar when you ingest artificial sweeteners, the body becomes confused and will actually cause you to become hungry, or will actually cause you to crave more sugar, which will lead to overindulgence and eventually lead to weight gain. So although it's calorie-free, it's also nutrient-free. And you're just exposing your body to synthetic substances that can cause you more harm on the long run.
Okay, so basically what you're trying to say is that all right, okay, fine, I get the point. Okay. So Bernadette, what are some of the hazardous ingredients that are there in low-cal?
I encourage everyone to just Google search every single ingredient name that's in a diet soda, and I promise you, you'll want to stay away from it. Potassium benzoate, okay, that's a very harmful chemical that is an antimicrobial. So basically it stops the growth of bacteria, mold, yeast, but when it's exposed to heat or light, it can actually turn to benzene if there's also ascorbic acid in there, which is a synthetic form of vitamin C, which causes cancer in humans. And then you also have aspartame, a very well-known artificial sweetener, as well as MSG, but it won't be listed as MSG, it'll be listed as natural flavor. And those are excitotoxins. They actually overstimulate nerve cells to the point of cellular death. So these are 3 ingredients in diet sodas that are actually quite harmful.
When you talk about those, and you've used some really long names there, I'm trying to get my head around still, but in terms of simple, basic side effects, you mentioned a couple there. Are there others that have been proven to a certain degree?
I mean, aspartame itself accounts for 75% of the reported symptoms, adverse reactions to the FDA. 90 different symptoms have been reported to the FDA, of which are headaches, migraines, vision problems, sleep problems, anxiety attacks, abdominal pains, fatigue, chest pain, tightness, asthma, and more serious diseases such as cancer have been proven in studies like cancer, fibromyalgia, memory loss, birth defects, premature labor. A woman who has 1 diet soda a day will increase her risk of going into preterm labor before the 37th week by 38%. If she has 4 or more, then that increases her risk by up to 78%.
There's the research to back that up.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so as per your conclusion, you're saying that diet fizzy drinks are dangerous, but still it is approved by the FDA. So if it is so cancerous, then why is it still easily available in our supermarkets?
We need to look at both sides of the story. Yes, the FDA regulated it. They say that it's not dangerous to humans. It doesn't cause cancer in humans in moderate amounts. But then again, we can't turn a blind eye to all of these studies that have been conducted for the past 30 years that do prove that it causes cancer and other more serious health problems. So it's in my professional opinion that although you might not develop acute, immediate responses to artificial sweeteners, the long-term health consequences are grave, are risky. And at the end of the day, the debate is over synthetic substances, chemicals, not real food. We're debating whether or not chemicals are safe for human consumption. So at the end of the day, common sense needs to prevail as well.
And can those synthetic elements as well, those additives, if you like, can they be addictive as well?
Very much so. I mean, I know a lot of people who cannot go a day without having a diet soda, you know, and because it's so much sweeter than normal sugar, it actually resets your taste buds. So you develop a tolerance, and that will lead to overuse, and that's a sign of addiction as well. So, Ash, if you do want to cut your addiction...
We were actually having this argument in the canteen the other day. My colleague who's listening to us from the gallery right now, she believes that having soda, any kind of fizzy drink along with your food helps in digestion. Is there any truth to that?
Well, you can just use carbonated water instead and eliminate, and that would be my suggestion. If you do want to cut the habit, then have the fizziness by having a carbonated water and wean yourself off of it over a period of 1 to 2 weeks, because it does have caffeine in it as well, and that acts as a vasoconstrictor. So if you cut it off immediately, you might get headaches. So wean yourself off slowly. You could choose carbonated water. Just be conscious that it is high in sodium, so you don't want to limit the amount of...
And if you are wondering who Ash's friend in the gallery is, just read the credits at the end of the show as well.
Her name starts with a J.
Ooh,
Right, Bernadette, you always come here with a lot of bad news, for me at least, because you tell me everything that I like is not good for me. But tell us some good news, tell us some good stuff. So if there is a safer alternative, what would that be for sweeteners?
Okay, right now there's something called stevia that's becoming more and more known. It's a plant, Paraguay have been using it for centuries, Japan has been using it for decades, but now manufacturers have been taking the sweetest component of that plant and making it a supplement. And now scientists are researching and are seeing, is that really safe in the isolated form? So until things are really proven, I would say stay away from all sweeteners, especially if you have insulin issues. So if you're diabetic or you have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, any type of insulin sensitivity issues, just stay away from sweeteners altogether. You're better off.
Is it true that it also triggers type 2 diabetes?
Absolutely, because the weight gain, all of that is all tied together.
Bernadette, tough news for a lot of people out there, but equally helpful advice. So thank you, as always, for your professional opinions on the show. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
And listen, if you'd like to find out more, get yourself on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Studio One Live. Now, I can guarantee there are no diet sodas being used in this evening's dish. So let's go over to Luca, who's in the kitchen. Luca, how's it all looking with the coffee?
Excellent.
Yeah?
We are just finished to